starts.
It's in the game.
Madden NFL 2006.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Boompa World. Back on the PS2 with the Super Bowl wrapping up. Joe Burrow capturing the hearts of white boys across America, even after taking the L. I'm in the mood for some football. And after recently watching a video detailing all the features that Madden games removed that used to make the game feel like robust, complete, and more creative, I had to see for myself how far the series had fallen. Rest in peace to John Madden. I went to my parents' house, dug around my sister's PS2 collection, and grabbed Madden 06. She actually got it new that year for Christmas, so shout out to my grandpa for making this video possible. So today, we're going to look back at Madden's first year with the exclusive license. They signed a deal banning any other companies from making NFL games, blackballing, oppressing the NFL 2K series to purgatory for 20 odd years. I think they're making something, but it's not going to be the same. Before I start my franchise, I guess I'll make a team for myself, which isn't even really in the new Maddens, at least to this extent. Boompa Goths, let's go. I removed the Browns just because I feel like they don't deserve it at this point. And before we really get into this video, this retrospective, this look back, our journey to the playoffs, perhaps the Super Bowl, let's get right into it. But you can definitely like this video and subscribe for more Boompa World. Boompa Sports, let's go. We aren't new to the game of football on this channel, but this is a lot less arcadey bullshit, which I'm not really typically as good at, so fingers crossed we reach greatness. Created the Boompa Goths, added free agents who were below 80 overall to keep my team honest and like the rosters kind of making sense. I made a team, designed my stadium, made fucking hot dog prices for whatever reason, and I even designed my ideal fans. If only I still had my PSP. This game also had like a PSP link, which I mean, I don't know what it does, but something cool. Before I jumped into this season, for more fun to make this feel like I was a kid and to keep it fresh, I added a quarterback, Boompa Toss, who is still under 80, but I basically made him like super fast though. But I also made a running back, and I wanted to make him have a cool name, so I looked up at random anime character generator, and I got like Mayuri Shina. So with my team ready and all those features that are in 06 but have been absent since Madden 12 in the real series, let's get this season going. The little menu display is kind of funny. It's on little coach's PDA. They probably felt so big brain with that stupid shit back then. They thought they were ahead of the times. John Madden radio in the background too. We lit. Plus some of the soundtrack is also in franchise mode, so in between John Madden talking, you can hear a sick mix of things like Avenged Sevenfold, Fall Out Boy, and also like Tech 9 and Chameleonaire. It's like so 2005. The season drops us into training camp, you guessed it, removed feature for whatever reason. And I suck at the minigames, but if you get enough points in them, you can upgrade your dude's attributes, which is cool. Also, like double or nothing on this game to get more attributes. Little gamble, fascinating depth to these little side modes. But we simmed through the preseason because I just wanted to play the actual regular season, get my hands on my guys. This Madden had this weird QB vision mode that makes it kind of less fun and more try hard, so yay, it kind of sucked, and I prefer to turn it off. But right off the bat, the game has basic yet pretty presentation that's effective. You can skip it, it's not intrusive, like in 2K when you have to press A for like 20 minutes to watch the halftime show. But in my first game, I got a successful coaches challenge on that Boompa Belichick mode, but to have like a crazy game, a wild drive ending with Boompa throwing a TD right to our running back with 7 seconds left on the clock. I thought I was going to win against the Bangies. I almost cried, I was so proud. And then at the very end, I lost on a Hail Mary to Chad Johnson, or Chad Ochocinco. It was complete pain, and we started out 0-1, but we didn't forget. We got another classic against the jean-wearing Brett Favre. He also was on the cover of NFL Quarterback Club. Maybe Madden disrespected. But we got our first career W, and why did kicking have like a learning curve at first? And guarding receivers. The gameplay felt surprisingly good though. Tackles felt less animation-based than modern Madden, and it just overall felt pretty balanced. Just satisfying to run and make plays without being bogged down by just general BS, and it does feel a little slow though. Passing was good, maneuvering in the pocket felt super responsive, and although it didn't feel as smooth as 2K5, it has aged not badly. This week we played the great sportscaster who we've been mentally trained to believe is funny, Peyton Manning. Another close game that we ended up winning. And approaching week 6, let's fast forward a little bit. My team was 2-2, and back in Madden 06 times, the trade deadline occurred at week 6. So I tried to make a couple moves. GM, I offer you this mode. I actually got a random 87 overall cornerback, but then the disc like messed up, and then it didn't save, and I didn't feel like doing it again. But yeah, I feel like the gameplay is a lot more rewarding than previous Maddens. It just overall feels more fair and fun. I mean, there's still going to be those drop passes, there's still going to be the random fumbles, but it just feels less like, exploitatable and like repetitive, like people just throwing the same crossing routes over and over. It feels like a game of football that's like not methodical and lame. Like you can actually just run around and then just like run different plays and just have fun. I don't know, it could just be because I'm playing the computer though. I love running moves like and how they seem to actually feel more fluid, like juking and just quick stutter steps and stuff like that. Everything about the game, the controls, movement, you can actually cut tight corners too. The physics, the soundtrack and vibe, it's all top notch. I was actually having fun with Madden 06. I was questioning my tastes. But yeah, this was the first year, and they really tried to show 2K what they wish they could do, flexing their exclusive license. The next-gen version of this game was apparently a booty-ass train wreck, though, so I guess they put all their love into this slapper. But yeah, my disc was having troubles and would skip and freeze sometimes, causing me to lose progress. Which is one of the sad realities that often rears its head on Boompa World. We went up against ex-murderer Ray Lewis, and the Ravens defense was super tough, and it felt like different teams felt more varied, and each team had different challenges and adjustments we had to make. Like some teams specialized by actually having a decent quarterback, and other people had like a person just throwing rocks. I knocked this running back's helmet off though. Hold on, that was just crazy. But yeah, they need to study his brain in the lab after that. After this game's said and done, I beat the brakes off the Steelers and decided win or lose, we were going to finish the season on all pro difficulty because I was just starting to beat ass. 56-10, come on. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but our cute, awesome Kawhi running back, Mariuri Sheena, has been injured, and he was out the majority of the season, which kind of made it hard for us to gel. Boompa Toss is holding it down though, and running his ass off, putting up an MVP type season. And with our first win on All Pro against the Dolphins, I felt like my team was coming into its own. So I simulated as many games as possible. Honestly though, scrolling through these menus and exploring franchise mode and seeing all the other modes, it just feels like so much to do, and it's like a fruitful experience. Where modern Madden just feels so sterile, that Windows 8 looking ass menu, and yeah, they just get by doing the bare minimum. Following a crucial win against the Bengals to keep us tied for first and our playoff hopes alive, I simulated too many games and we'd lost like every single one. Over the time, I felt like I did get better at kicking, playing defense, and strategizing slightly on offense. Yeah, I could kind of cheese QB running because he was super fast, but it didn't feel too cheesy. Just felt like the gameplay made sense, and when you got burned, you usually deserved it. Honestly though, let's just fast forward to the playoffs. We get it. I'll probably even come back and look at some of the other modes in this too, but for now, the Boompa City Goths have one goal, and that's a Super Bowl. And we make it out of the North. We end the season 10-6, and I actually won the last game of the year, which I simulated. So I feel like we just came a long way. The first round of the playoffs was me versus the Jets, and as a non-football enthusiast, I feel like a question I always ask when thinking about the Jets is who the fuck is their quarterback? I'm not scared of them, like Mr. Chad Pennington here, Mark Sanchez type. He threw like 3 picks, and we headed to the next round, and it was against Big Forehead Boy. But we beat them in the regular season, if you guys remember, but that was pro difficulty, not all pro, so he's probably going to sling. And we were up by 10, and we blew the lead, and we actually had to get a stop in overtime because they won the toss. And I had a chance to win in regulation, and I biffed like a 5-foot field goal, and it was like that slow-mo, like it was like all stressful, but I folded under pressure. But yeah, we beat Peyton in OT. It was tough though. But yeah, it was finally the AFC Championship after that, and who else to greet you at the end of the AFC but the final boss of the NFL for the past 20 some years? Tom Brady, TB12. Bill Belichick is not in this game because he didn't give himself to Madden because I don't think he's in like the NFL Coaches Association or something. He's too focused on getting a dub.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
But yeah, we went into the half and we were down bad, 10-7. Brady's little smirk just got to my team, his little kissing his son shit. And we just beat ass in the second half. And by that, I mean we barely held on, and I kneeled times to let the clock run out. Brady did blow the game though. Like, he threw a pick 6, which may make some of you guys happy to see, haters. This will affect his legacy, him blowing the game against the Boompa Goths. We have one more game that's much more important, the Super Bowl, and it's against the Minnesota Vikings. But to be honest, the AFC Championship was definitely the real Super Bowl because we had to grind out that game. Let's hope we can make it through after such a long and gritty season though and get this ring.
Thanks for joining us at the Super Bowl. This figures to be a great one as the visiting team match up against the Vikings.
As the games...
The start of this year's Super Bowl is only minutes away, and here they come.
What the hell?
I probably would have gotten bored if I didn't simulate a bunch of those regular season games, but if I was playing this many games in Madden 22, I would definitely be brain dead. We left nothing to question in the Super Bowl, as this team was completely ass. I don't even know how they got here. It went bad when they got a safety in the first quarter, and they just never recovered. Our boy Sheena at running back had his best game of the year and capped it off with a receiving touchdown and 100 total yards. It was poetic. Boompa threw 4 TDs, no picks. It just felt like we ended at our peak. We got hot at the right time, and we get our ring. The boys are all here. They're all in town. Let's get it. And like New England's coach in this, I think we need to retire for now to keep our legacy intact. Because Boompa progressed to an 89 in 1 year, a total dog, and ends up with a Super Bowl ring, even if he threw 28 TDs and 27 picks. QBs of this era, I guess, just did stuff like that and got praised, and it was acceptable. Also, he ran like a goat and ended up with the MVP, the Rookie of the Year, and the Offensive Player of the Year. Our running back didn't fare as well and did progress to an 82, but Mayuri Sheena played more of a support role and got the short end of the stick after getting injured, because he just didn't progress at the same rate. We got a ring with the gang, and overall, I had way too much fun with Madden 06 and just making all my like random storylines with the Boompa Goths. It still has an arcadey feel to it. There's so much like customization and little things that showed EA Sports was like focused on the details. The perfect Madden package. Rest in peace, John Madden. But yeah, hopefully football games come back to this former glory, and hopefully EA can get some competition at some point, because damn, it's getting old. Or just make a new NFL Street. That's gonna do it. I hope you guys had fun taking a look back at Madden 06, seeing all the cool stuff this game has to offer. Start to ask more for modern developers with modern technology. Madden's still kind of fun though. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. But yeah, rest in peace, John Madden. Like and subscribe. Thanks for making it to the end. Boompa World out.